No, we're just kidding. No, it's been a great response with the questions. There's a lot of great, engaging wrestling fans out there. But, one thing that I thought was really cool is not wanting to just go down the wrestling route and let's talk about what's going on. And that is actually one of the first questions that we got via email is they wanted to know, and I forget, I didn't pull up the sheet in front of me, but somebody wanted to know what your thought was on this whole Kathy Griffin, Donald Trump severed head thing that happened last week. I mean, obviously it was all over the news. And a comedian who's trying to express herself in one way to some people, doing that to the president of the United States, obviously kind of a no-no. And if it was done in the last presidential campaign, there probably would have been a huge uproar. But what's your take on that whole thing and what she had to do in that mea culpa that ended up really being more of a sarcastic shot and more of a Kathy Griffin comedy act in her apology?
Yeah, look, I'm an ardent supporter of the First Amendment. So, she has the right to say whatever she wants. But just like if you walk into a crowded theater and yell fire, you might be held accountable for what you say if a stampede ensues and somebody's hurt. So First Amendment rights are not universal. You can't just go out and say, I can't go out today and say, I think the former President Obama is a child molester, unless I have specific proof, as in case law, that proves what I'm saying. Otherwise, I'm opening myself up to one hell of a slander case. So it's not universal, although I'm a big supporter of it. I find it pretty disingenuous. Everybody knows universally that Kathy Griffin was 1,000% against Donald Trump, didn't want him in the White House. And so I find it just a bit disingenuous that she's just writing up some comedy acts and decides she's going to do this thing, showing a decapitated head, bloody decapitated head, of a president of the United States, having born right after the Kennedy assassination. This country grew up under the pall of a dead president. And, nobody wants to see that happen. As much as I disagree with the last president's policies, nobody wants to see that guy shot or his head cut off. What I found disingenuous about it was, after 2 or 3 days of, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize, I didn't think it would. Then she comes out after Trump goes out and says, my son, 11-year-old son saw that and was pretty traumatized by it. And then suddenly it turns into, I'm so sorry, but I'm being bullied by the Trump family. You can't have it both ways. It's either, if you believe that and you want to go out and say that and hold up the president's bloody head, then you say, screw you, world, this is my First Amendment right. Or if you're apologetic and you think you went too far. So, to me, it was like she's trying to jump over the fence as it served Kathy Griffin, not as it was a legitimate apology, or she was legitimately believing that this was humorous what she was doing. She was trying to play both sides of the fence.
Definitely. Now, I got a great follow-up for you on this one. What was scarier, that Trump head, which was all bloody and obviously, just kind of a disgusting thing, or Kathy Griffin without her makeup on?
Ooh, I'm going to tell you, I had to do a double take because I'd never seen her without her makeup. And to be honest, I think she's a somewhat mildly attractive woman when she's made up, and boy, she reminded me of, you guys are probably too young to get this one, but there used to be a show on called HR Puff and stuff with Witchy Poo.
Witchy Poo.
Oh my God.
Honest to God, that's who she looked like. I thought she looked atrocious. And like I said, I'm going to call them like I see them. Witchy Poo.